Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Arsenal, 24-year-old, now ranked as a better player than Lionel Messi and Son Heung-min this season. Arsenal star Declan Rice has been ranked as the 13th best player in the world this season, ahead of the likes of Lionel Messi, William Saliba, and Son Heung-min. The 24-year-old England international is up there with the best midfielders in the world. He has been incredible since joining the Gunners, and his performances have earned big praise already. Arsenal signed Declan Rice from West Ham United in the summer for a club record fee. The Englishman's price tag did raise a few eyebrows at the time, but after watching how good he has been, nobody's talking about how much money Arsenal spent. Rice has been magnificent. He is yet to have a bad game for the Gunners and has already played a huge part in their wins over Manchester United and Manchester City. 90-minute released their 20 best footballers in the world in a 23-24 list, and Rice has been ranked 13th, ahead of the likes of Lionel Messi, William Saliba, and Tottenham's Son Heung-min, who have been placed 15th, 16th, and 17th, respectively. Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham, Manchester City star Rodri, and Spurs midfielder James Maddison are the only midfielders ranked higher than Rice. Declan Rice is one of the best in the world in his position. There is no debate there. Rodri is probably the only defensive midfielder above his level. That's not a bad thing at all, as the Manchester City man is undoubtedly the best number 6 in the world. The advantage Rice has is that he is still only 24. He will get better and better in the coming years, and it won't surprise us at all if he leads Arsenal to numerous trophies during that time. Rice was given a well-deserved break last night by England boss Gareth Southgate, but we expect him to start against Italy next week. Stan Collymore says Arsenal have an exceptional player who is better than Bellingham this year. Stan Collymore has been singing the praises of some England players in his latest column this week. Writing for CaughtOffside, Collymore touches on a number of issues and players when it comes to England at the moment, and among his piece, he speaks on who his player of the season is so far. According to Collymore, it's Arsenal's Bukayo Saka, who is outshining Jude Bellingham at the moment. Collymore wrote, Bukayo Saka gets the nod ahead of Jude Bellingham as a player of the season so far. The reason I have chosen Saka is because he is not allowed to miss the penalty for England, which was only 2 years ago, to affect him. Being a particularly young man, a relative rookie, he is already being thought of as the top man, the game changer at Arsenal, and he is taking that all on board whilst scoring goals and creating chances. Just brilliant. I could equally say Jude Bellingham as my pick for the season's best player so far. What an incredible start for life at the world's biggest football club. His trajectory, Birmingham, Dortmund, Madrid, has always been forward. That dude has also very cleverly done well to escape the spotlight. He comes back and plays for England, and if he plays poorly, he goes back to Madrid and plays well. Nobody's really gonna care if you play poorly. For Saka at Arsenal, he is still the top man, and he is still doing it with the England squad. He's been absolutely exceptional for me, and I'm really looking forward to him scoring the match winner in a semi-final or final, which would completely banish the memories of his penalty miss. In Saka and Bellingham, England have two of the very best players in the world at the moment. It's not even up for debate. The young duo are frighteningly good, and on their day could well be the players that guide England to that major trophy that everyone craves so much. Saka is a brilliant player, and his form for Arsenal has been nothing short of sensational over the course of a few years now. Arsenal have a clear priority on who is next to receive a new contract. Having recently tied down club captain Martin Odegaard to a new deal, Arsenal are clear on who they have next in line to receive an extension. Mikel Arteta has to be delighted with his Gunners' squad this season, and they are only being kept off top spot by North London rivals Tottenham because the Lily Whites have scored two more goals. Key to any success is a solid defense, and with just 6 goals conceded, Arsenal can boast the most miserly back four in the English top flight, along with Manchester City. It's perhaps with that in mind that Ben White will be next in line for a new contract. Fabrizio Romano wrote in his exclusive daily briefing column the following: Arsenal always go player by player in contract negotiations, and Ben White is the priority now. As you know, I never mention salaries, and there are no other details available about a deal at this stage. For sure, it be a long term deal, but the final length has not been decided yet. It's taken a few seasons for Arteta to clear out the deadwood and disruptive influences from the Arsenal dressing room, and after the recent toppling of City, there is no doubt that the North Londoners are a team capable of winning the Premier League title again. The experience of last season is likely to hold them in good stead as they get to the business end in 23-24, and it would be somewhat poetic to see the trophy back with the club on what would be the 20th anniversary of their last title win, the Invincibles season of 2003-2004. Phenomenal player Arsenal sold this year doesn't seem impressed with Arteta. Matt Turner has admitted that he wishes he had played more at Arsenal, but still feels he learned a lot with the Gunners and is happy with the amazing memories. The United States goalkeeper at Arsenal during the 22-23 campaign was taking part in a Q&A on Men in Blazers with fans asking him questions about his career. Host Roger Bennett relayed a question from a Gunners fan asking Turner what he made of Mikel Arteta's admission that there were two games in which he wanted to make a mid-game goalkeeper substitution. Turner said, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make me feel any better or worse about anything, to be honest. My time at Arsenal was great. I learned a lot. I wish I played more, obviously, but to be in a title charge and have all those amazing memories, you couldn't even really write it up. So, yeah, it would have been nice, I guess, I don't know, but at the end of the day, show me, don't tell me, you know what I mean. Turner made 7 competitive appearances for Arsenal last season, but they only came in the Europa League and FA Cup. The 29-year-old didn't get the chance to play in the Premier League for the Gunners, having to watch 38 of their top flight games from the bench. It's a shame Turner didn't feature for Arsenal in the league. He is a boyhood Gunners fan, so it would have been nice. Nevertheless, the phenomenal talent is now at Nottingham Forest and is now playing regularly, so he is doing well for himself. Arsenal leading Premier League rivals in race to sign wonderful attacking midfielder. Arsenal are among a cluster of Premier League clubs who are keen on signing Ukrainian midfielder Georgy Sudakov. The 21-year-old midfielder remains with Shakhtar Donetsk for now, but has seen his progress halted by the scenes in the region with Russia. But according to Team Talk, Sudakov has a host of admirers, and Arsenal are apparently leading the charge to try and sign him. According to Team Talk, Arsenal and Manchester City are the two English clubs posing the biggest threat to Italian side Juventus when it comes to signing Sudakov. The midfielder has admirers all over Europe, and the Premier League pair are believed to be among them. The Gunners are apparently well aware of Sudakov from when they were watching Mikhailo Mudryk before he signed for Chelsea. While the form of Mudryk at Chelsea might send alarm bells ringing for some, it seems that there is faith in the talent of Sudakov among big clubs. Certainly, he is a midfielder who has a lot of credentials. He has been described as a wonderful human being and having enormous potential. Whether or not those talents and potential can translate into being a success in England remains to be seen. But given he plays as a number 10 and a bit deeper if needed, it's clear why Arsenal and City want him. And at just 21, there is so much scope for him to improve further as well. David Ornstein now responds after claims Arsenal want to sign Victor Osimhen. David Ornstein has had his say after he was asked if Arsenal have any chance of signing Victor Osimhen in the January transfer window. The Gunners have had a good start to the new season, but if there is one complaint from Pundits, it's that they don't have a good enough striker. Mikel Arteta has been urged to sign a new number 9 in January, and Osimhen has been linked with a move to the Emirates. Victor Osimhen is arguably the most in-demand striker in Europe at the moment, and Arsenal have been heavily linked with his signature. Reports over the last few months have claimed that Arsenal have directly spoken to Napoli's owner about signing the 24-year-old, who is expected to leave in one of the next two transfer windows. Journalist Steve Kai even claimed on KS1 TV that the Gunners have held talks with Osimhen's agent Roberto Calenda about a move in 2024. David Ornstein, who is arguably the most reliable journalist when it comes to Arsenal news, was asked about Osimhen in his Q&A on The Athletic this week. He claimed that he suspects the Napoli striker is on the Gunners list, but he can't see them signing him because of his price. He said, "In terms of price and profile, Adnan, I don't see Arsenal going for Osimhen. I suspect he is on their list, like he will be for all the top sides. As things stand, I don't think Arsenal are focusing on recruiting a striker in January. My sense is that is more likely to be on the agenda next summer. Things can change, of course, injury, bids for your existing players and other factors. However, right now, Arsenal have Jesus, Nketiah, and Havertz, as well as goal-scoring contributors like Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Trossard. They will hope that serves them well this season, and then they can look at the situation subsequently. Arsenal currently have one of the best squads in the Premier League, and it's no surprise that they are challenging for the title. However, the one thing that Manchester City have that Arsenal don't is a prolific goal scorer who will guarantee 25 goals a season. If Mikel Arteta and Edu can bring in someone like Osimhen in January, the Gunners could instantly become the favourites to win the Premier League. However, Osimhen will cost a fortune, and we just can't see Arsenal breaking their transfer record again just 6 months after they smashed it for Declan Rice. Martin Keown thinks Arsenal will be top of the list to sign £70 million forward. Brentford striker Toney is said to be the subject of a bidding war in the coming transfer windows, with a number of clubs keen. All of England's top sides like Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United are all thought to be keen on landing Toney. The striker is due to return from his suspension at the end of January, and if the bids do come in for Toney, former gunner Martin Keown believes Arsenal will be right at the top of the list of suitors, albeit there has to be considerations over whether he fits the team. Speaking on TalkSport, Keown said he expects Arsenal to be in the mix to sign him, but feels the Gunners may lose an element of their tactical setup if Toney plays as a number 9. He said, "I get it. Even Toney is a prolific goal scorer. I don't think I have seen a penalty taker better than him. Now, they are looking if Brentford can deal without him, but they are probably realizing that there is a huge bid about to come in for him, and Arsenal will probably be top of the list for that. Again, for me, it's about whether the structure of the team are ready for that and they can cope. He is going to be an out-and-out striker. He is not going to be popping back in the same way Jesus does." While Keown's point here on Toney and how he slots into the Arsenal lineup is a good one, there is no doubt the forward improves the Gunners. Keown discusses the impact Erling Haaland has had on Manchester City, and that's how Arsenal fans will be seeing Toney doing for them if he does sign. It will certainly be interesting to see who does win the race for the £70 million rated Toney, but if it is Arsenal, then he will make them better. 100%. All the best teams have a striker who can be relied to score regularly. Toney has done it for Brentford, and there is no doubt he could do it for Arsenal if he gets the chance. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.